So as the evidence mounts that man-made pollution does actually affect our environment, the EPA decides to step back from their responsibilities in eliminating industrial waste that is affecting and causing damage to our planet. Why would the EPA be stepping back? Well, they say that it's because that the time it takes to enact the policies and deregulation that they're trying to push is so great that they require more of it to get these policies and regulations enacted. Is that really the truth, or could there be something else behind it? Could the corporatocracy that has America in its grip be what is really acting upon the stepping back of the EPA? Why would the EPA, whose responsibility it is to help our environment, be claiming that they need more time to fix the environment when we can see so many signs of damage that pollution has caused? Is this walking back simply a matter that the process to enact these policies and regulations is so difficult that more time is needed, as the EPA claims? Or is there something else behind it? Could the EPA backing down represent yet another example of the corporatocracy that grips America? After all, who wants these deregulations? America is hurting, the environment is hurting, and deregulation does not help. Let's look at the history. One of the things that led to the EPA, or agencies such as the EPA, was when the Cuyahoga River caught on fire in 1969. When the Cuyahoga River caught on fire in 1969, it was because of industrial waste that was being pumped into the river. It was because of pollution, man-made pollution, that was put into the river. The river had gotten so dirty that it actually ignited and caught on fire because of the toxins in the river. There were sightings of bloated rats floating down the river that had been killed by the infestation caused by pollution. If a man were to fall in the river at the time, he would be immediately rushed to the emergency room. Now, the EPA is not there to harm anyone. Their job solely is to protect our environment. Why would Republicans be sitting there saying that they are causing harm to our environment? Why would the Republicans be pushing for deregulation in the first place when past instances of deregulation haven't proved so successful? Now, it may not have been the fault of the Republicans for deregulation of the banks, but look where deregulating the banks got us. When America deregulated the banks, our economy collapsed, as did the dream of so many millions of Americans. Deregulation has not worked in financial institutions. Why do the Republicans believe that it will work on the environment, when so much evidence to the contrary is out there? Our economy has faltered to the point where it's on the verge of collapse. Deregulating the banks allowed industries that would not regulate themselves to go out there and commit basically crimes in my eyes, because it ended up harming so many more people than any single criminal in history could have harmed. And one of the worst aspects of this deregulation that the Republicans are calling for is that they are also calling to roll back certain EPA regulations. Now, these regulations have been in place for years, and businesses have been thriving and working with these regulations. So why would they need to be recalled? Not only do the Republicans want to recall many of the regulations from the past that have cleaned up the environment, but they want to eliminate the EPA altogether, at least some who are running for candidacy as president. Why would they do that? What economic gain would they get from that? The only thing that I can think of is that some corporation or some industry will be profiting from the ability to pollute more. That is it. It does not affect, it does not help, and it does not change the cost to millions of people that it affects. Deregulation is not the way to go. The GOP knows this, but they will still sit there and push for deregulation so that the polluters can continue to pollute.